Hello, ladies and gentlemen of League Zero. It is semifinals weekend here. I am so excited. And of course, I am dividing. Here with me is Hedwig, and we are the ones bringing in the action in what is sure to be a marquee matchup. Some people probably thought this would be the grand finals matchup. Mob Mentality versus the Guangzhou Gangsters. How are you doing today, Hedwig?
I'm doing pretty good. I can say that I am very excited to watch this match, as these are the number 1 and number 2 teams. Not number 1 and number 2. That would be stupid because they
Guangzhou is the number 3 seed, though it should be noted that they did have the number 2 seed for I think most of the season. They got overtook by Double Cap at like the very end.
Right. I was just thinking about the last time I checked Inter, they were second. But that doesn't make sense. So number 3, that does make much more sense. For those of you who don't know, I am actually good friends with the manager of Guangzhou, Haptic. So I do have to say I do have a little bit of a bias for Guangzhou coming into this.
Don't worry, I will be biased for Mob in order to balance that out. And by starting with that, let's talk about the Mob Mentality roster, because I think I want to say this before we get started in this game, because it's really easy to look at this Mob Mentality roster and look at the kill feed and be like, oh, this is just the Phone show. And Phone, of course, is probably the best DPS player overall in this division, was voted as the MVP of Interdivision, I'm almost certain. But he shows up in the kill feed a lot because he kills a lot of things.
But doesn't mean it's the Phone show if you actually look at it. I'm guessing that's what you were leading to.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say, is that this team, Kilroy, like Kilroy on the supporting DPS role, Court P on the main support, the tanks in front of him, Red Knight and Jula. Mob Mentality as a whole does a very good job of enabling Phone and making his job of click people's heads as easy as humanly possible. And so you might see a lot of Phone in the kill feed, but try and see how the other teams are enabling him to do so.
Now, that being said, we also definitely cannot forget to mention the other opposing DPS, ATZ, probably one of the best hit scans in all of Inter, especially on those snipers. Like, his sniper is honestly terrifying when he's on it. Going into first map, it is going to be Ilios. I always forget what this one is called. Lighthouse, I think?
Yeah, this is Lighthouse. You can tell because of the big lighthouse.
Okay, shut up. The freaking... There's a lighthouse on Well, too.
You're probably right.
Actually,
but I just wanted to be snarky.
That's a windmill. Never mind. I'm just stupid. Ignore me. Anyway...
Yeah, so let's take a look at this real quick, because we have a very traditional shadow dive coming out from Mob Mentality. It's been their bread and butter. Meanwhile, something a little different coming out from Guangzhou. We're going to be seeing if QZY is going to be taking advantage of these new Rhine buffs that came through yesterday.
That is actually just what I wanted to point out, is that both Rhine and BAP are kind of the two ones you're going to have to look out. Both of them have been changed. BAP now has 50 less HP. Oh no.
ATZ gets the better of the DPS exchange, and with their main source of damage down, I mean, Mob Mentality's...
Good luck.
Mob Mentality's entire comp just collapses. So they take one more casualty and realize they should be backing out. Notably, though, Jula is out of the mech, but he will be getting it back in a second.
That's very true. But as I was saying, I can't remember who the third change went on to, but I just remember BAP has less HP, and Rhine does more damage.
BAP's Immortality field has less HP, I believe. Nice rock on the Phone again. He has been very much nullified so far going into this game. But now Mob Mentality is coming in on the point. Red Knight jumps in and gets immediately rocked, but QZY has been hacked. Phone will finish him off, and now the Coalescence coming in, emboldening Team Mob Mentality, and that is going to be a full team wipe. Clue is going to try to get a little bit more point contest, but this will for sure be going over back to Mob Mentality.
Ian was actually rather slow on that BAP ult. That's usually one of, if not the first ultimates to come up. But Trudogger gets the best of him and gets his ult first, and that's really what swings the tide of that fight. Yes,
I believe that was an effect of the BAP nerf, by the way, is that his ult charges up a little slower.
Okay, so that's... See, you're seeing how that comes into play right now, because if they had that BAP ult, ATZ could have taken a lot more.
Oh no, they don't see Phone in the room! Oh no, QZY's in a lot of trouble. The Immortality Field comes out and is luckily able to save them. But now but here comes Red Knight. QZY is with the Shatter. It's huge. The High Noon from ATZ is gobbled up from Jula. And now, every single ult is coming out, but we all know the die is a phone. Very good job holding it until a lot of Guangzhou had used up the resources.
If I want to look at the trades, I'd say that favored GZG just a bit more. They managed to keep both that very strong defensive support ult beat and that very strong DPS ult. On the other side, they have Coalescence and EMP, both very strong in their own rights.
Oh no, Clerk Acid's beat comes out just a millisecond too early. It has been completely cancelled. The trade's coming back and forth a little bit, and the Blizzard on point from Clue is going to force Mob Mentality back for the moment, but the beat has broken QZY's shield. However, as of right now, it's just Jula contesting the point for Mob Mentality, and just like that, he has been taken down, but Greek.X taken down as well on the other side. Guangzhou Gangsters, has taken up presence on the point, even with the great EMP from Kilroy, and they're going to start building up their percent again.
I'm honestly kind of surprised that EMP didn't end up in more kills, especially considering there was a Coalescence that was also popped. That being said, Guangzhou does a very nice job of capping before the 85% mark that kind of marks a one-fight territory. So they are kind of guaranteed to have another fight as long as they can stop them from just, like, capping.
Wait, Shatter from QZY is huge. ATZ gets a double kill, and this is just going to be Guangzhou Gangsters pushing him back once again, getting us into a last fight territory. Hedwig, how are the ults looking going into this last fight? The last fight for Lighthouse.
Ultimate-wise, it's hard to tell, but I will have to give it to Mob Mentality. They have EMP, Beat, and Primal. Other side only is really going to have Bomb and McCree ult.
That is a 6-man EMP to open the fight. And is Greek.X going to be able to get back? He will, but Clue will not. Knocked off the edge. The trade's going back and forth. Can ATZ's High Noon turn it around? It will not because Court P's beat is there. Currently a 2v3 on the point in favor of actually Guangzhou Gangsters. It's just Court P on the point right now, and now Kilroy trying his best to delay the inevitable, but can Phone on the point put together another miracle with the beat from Chloric Acid coming out. It's almost certainly a no. Kilroy will eventually go down, but now reinforcements from Mob Mentality have come in and Phone's picked up 2. Are you kidding me? You can't let this man get behind you like that. Now Mob Mentality, the kill feed is going blue once again.
I'm sorry, but that was Chloric's fault entirely. Chloric popped his beat way too early. It was sort of like a celebratory beat to say that they won the point, and the problem is, if you don't have beat and they have Blossom and Bomb, you lose. That's just what ended up happening. I need to talk about
this. Kilroy is building up these EMPs ridiculously fast. This is stupid. First time he used his EMP, he had built it up to 85% before the end of the fight.
Is anyone going to be able to touch?
Yes, they will. The Diva will be there. Oh, got booped. It almost didn't work.
Oh,
no. Greek.X used the boosters to get off, and now with none of the ability, Corky gets a second! And Red Knight with another environmental kill. This is what you love to see on Ilios.
And Quirky gets 3!
Quirky has absolutely popped off. And now with the EMP Greek God, there's no way he's getting back. Lighthouse, there's some Mob Mentality. This is going to be a good game, Hedwig.
Oh, definitely. I just have to say, you're seeing a bit of a support difference right there. Chloric and I can't see his name right now. I'm forgetting it. Ian, doing just a bit better. Or sorry, Quirk P and Truedonger doing a bit better job than Chloric and Ian with those ultimates and those just utilities. Quirk P getting a triple boop. Truedonger building up his Coalescence is ridiculously fast. And as you said, Kilroy doing an excellent job building up those EMPs. He had one like once every fight and a half, basically.
Now look at this, an entirely new look coming out from Mob Mentality here. This is the kind of stuff that I'm seeing a lot in contenders right now. The sort of brawl-ish comp, sort of a little bit of dive that comes in with the ball, and a lot of long-range damage from the Widow and the Echo.
Honestly, a Rhine diff from phone?
Maybe, but Kilroy getting ATZ on the Sombra first is absolutely massive. No hacks coming out, which means a lot of their ability to disrupt Red Knight on the ball is completely gone. They're going to push in anyways to try and figure out if they can try and blow out on the point here. And Trio Donger gets the pick off on the clue. No DPS left for Mob Mentality, and they're just going to go ahead and push right in.
And that is just a clinic on how to easily take apart that sort of comp. And I would not be surprised. Actually, I hope that Guangzhou changes this comp, because I'm going to tell that this comp they're running is not going to work into the enemy team's composition. It just does. What on their team counters this Echo? I guess D.Va, but like D.Va honestly can't do that much against a good Echo, and Phone is a very good Echo.
I gotta actually point out that Red Knight is doing an incredibly good job of rolling through the Guangzhou Gangsters and not allowing them to really play in the bunch of form they want to do. They're just gonna jump off the edge again. Hopefully, this is them saying, "Okay, this isn't working. Maybe we should try. Maybe we should try something else." You gotta switch soon if you're.
And I guess they're not going to.
They're not going to.
Okay. Kilroy has gotten an A pick every fight, which tells me right now, QZ, you need to be doing a bit better of a job holding up your shield, or entirety of Guangzhou, stay behind the shield, because Kilroy doesn't seem to like missing.
Yeah, but there's so much spam damage coming in is the problem. QZY, it's so difficult for him to just figure this out. As you can see, Guangzhou are just kind of bunched in, not knowing what to do, and here comes
Rhine diff! Rhine diff!
Here he comes!
Why is Phone the best Rhine in Inter?
Why is he the best Rhine in Inter? That's a very good question. He duplicates a Rhine, charges in, shatters 3. There's just
4. It was 4, I'm pretty sure.
Clue, I want to say, Clue's just swapped off onto the May. He had just barely gotten halfway to Death Blossom in this entire time. His Reaper was just completely ineffective against this comp. And now here comes the Gravitic Flux from Jula, once again disrupting Guangzhou Gangsters. They need to get on the point here, and they finally will, but they will be met by a rally from Court B. Now True Donger is going to use the trans, but it's not enough to save Phone. Clue with a nice shot gets him out. ATZ is going to use the EMP, gets a solid number of the teams, and Chloric Acid's beat actually might be enough to help them push through, but QZY is kind of by himself. The shatter from QZY takes down Red Knight, but it's not enough. The Coalescence is not in time to save him. It's now just the supports on the point for Guangzhou, as well as the D.Va. Clue back on the Tracer as well. It's a lot of teeny little skirmishes all over the place as each team tries to win their respective 1v1s. Court B is focused down, but here comes the Duplicio. I don't know.
Whatever you're trying to say about it, I mean, it's working, as he's probably going to get a beat.
He does. It's just Clue right now on the Tracer, and he blinks into the mines. And that was Mob Mentality just completely out-strategizing Guangzhou Gangsters on that map.
Absolutely. And what I will also say is, Guangzhou, if you really want to win this, you're going to need to learn how to take these long fights and turn them towards you, because this is twice now.
Oh, let's look at these awesome moves from Court.
There's one.
I think there's only enough time to get a second, yeah.
There's 2. And then
we can give it 2.5 for the May kill as well. Anyways, you were saying.
If they really want to win this and want to make this closer, they just need to learn how to take those long fights and turn them in their favor, because that's twice now at the end of a map that Guangzhou has started out really strong on a long fight and then just dwindled out and lost it at the very end, because they're using, I think the problem is they're using all their ultimates in the very beginning to try and get those initial picks. On that final fight, you saw Beat used, you saw Rally used, you saw Blizzard used, you saw everything used basically. They had nothing. So when Mob came back and they had Beat, and then they had Mines, and then they had Copy, which turned into another Beat. Like, there was nothing Guangzhou could do because they didn't have that sustain.
Yeah, I did notice that too, about how Guangzhou really did like to use like all of their ultimates at the very beginnings of the fight, and then you have to be and then you have to. Sorry, I'm looking for a word and it's not happening. You have to endure what Mob Mentality put up in response, and in both cases, it actually ended up being Phone who got a very well-timed ultimate. This would be why I think Phone is probably regarded as one of the most clutch players in the whole league. Is Maverick an eligible player for Mob Mentality? I don't remember if this is true. He is? He picked himself up. All right. Well, we've got ourselves a bit of a substitute. Manager Maverick is coming in for Jula on the off-tank position.
Jula was doing a very nice job, though, overall. Like, I was rather impressed. He wasn't flashy by any means. He wasn't doing as, like, much as maybe Phone or Kilroy, but he was consistently there, and that's honestly what you kind of want to see in an off-tank. You don't necessarily want, a, like, super flashy off-tank.
Sorry, what? Yeah, I was going to say, it might be that Mob Mentality are, for example, expecting Guangzhou to choose King's Row as their hybrid map, because that's what most people choose. And then you would be probably playing a lot of Ryan Zarya. Maybe Maverick is their Zarya guy. Maybe. And as you said that, King's Row has swapped. I don't know if they actually picked that.
I just picked it because...
Okay.
Because it's like 5 people in total pick against Kings, and it's usually either Kings or Hollywood.
Okay.
I'm glad I put Mob Mentality on the left because I don't have to swap them. They're on defense. Wait.
Oh, we've got ourselves another swap, actually. Kemi and for Kilroy. Who is... Kemi isn't here.
Oh, I kicked Kemi. I kicked Kemi because they had Force Vex.
Oh.
So I'll just kick Kilroy.
Oh, now Kilroy's gone.
I removed him.
I think that Kemi is someone that they want in only if Guangzhou is picking King's Row. I think that's how they're acting right now. They have a specific plan for King's Row, it appears.
I think they have about a minute left, maybe.
Yeah, 1:30. Okay, thank you for the time check, Akri. Yeah, we're waiting for the official map pick from Guangzhou. We're assuming it's Kings because everyone chooses Kings, or if they want to be...
Yes, their
map pick, it's King's Row. Okay. We assumed it's King's Row. There it is. So now we're probably going to be seeing the Kemi swap in from Mob Mentality. I'm actually very interested in what this plan is because never mind, he's AFK. So he's going to be sticking with Kilroy. No, he's there. Oh my gosh,
he's back.
Being taken on a roller coaster right now.
Okay, whatever.
We have spec slots. Just let Kilroy stay.
Sure.
I would only enforce that if we're like really not having spec slots. Anyway. Yeah. So a very interesting looking at from Mob Mentality. I'll be honest, I've never seen Kemi play. It's always been Kilroy in that supporting DPS slot, and I've never seen Maverick play for Mob Mentality either. So a very different lineup coming out, probably for a specific kind of comp that they want to run. Guangzhou keeping in the same 6 though. Never mind, they will not be keeping in the same 6. Jaguar is coming in off the sub for Greek God.
Perhaps a Zarya specialist as well, like Maverick. Oh. Okay, going in.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, if they wanted another swap, unfortunate. That being said, maybe if they're running double main tank, that means they're going to be doing Sigma Orisa.
Maybe.
It's That would be my guess.
Greek God X is also not in the lobby anymore, so maybe he just had to leave.
That's possible as well. The QZ is on Sigma, so we'll see what Jaguar decides to play. Other side, Maverick is actually playing Orisa. Ryan Orisa.
A Ryan Orisa comp.
So I've seen this comp. Jaguar is picking Ryan as well. So both teams are opting for double shield, but one is opting for the Sigma, one is opting for the Orisa.
Yeah, I mean, the Orisa is definitely very good, especially for this first point defense where you really want to be stationary in one spot. The Rhine Sigma, I guess, is a little more on like that burst damage. Sigma is a character that can do a lot of things, so honestly, he's a pretty good pick into almost any comp.
That's
all right. Let's see.
I mean,
sorry.
Especially considering they're only Red's first League Zero Kings Row game since Novice Season 2 Finals. That can't be true.
I don't know. I would not know. The spam damage coming out from Mob Mentality is intense right now. Guangzhou barely even got to
ATZ out. True Donger?
That's actually might be big, and Red Knight is maybe pushed up a little too far. No, Phone is there to support him. Yeah, True Donger goes down for some reason, and now he's going to have to walk all the way back. If Guangzhou is quick here, they could maybe take advantage of 5v6, but no. Quirky has gone back and is going to escort him back. They should be able to have all 6 here for the 3 contest. But Clue has swapped onto the Junkrat to try and help in that shield war. Alright, so...
The Junkrat's definitely going to be a ton of extra spam damage, especially with these powerful shields. Immort comes up early from both.
Immortality field from Ian to keep them all up, and now Jaguar showing the use of that new Reinhardt hammer buff swing into everyone. But here comes the window from True Donger, and now members from Guangzhou are starting to fall, and Phone on the flank. He goes through the hotel. No one saw it coming.
They didn't even get a tick. Oh, that's so unfortunate. And the whole team is going to be back, so it's not going to be like they're going to be able to get that. Staggers. So many ultimates for Mob Mentality. 4 of them up. Really only ATZ and QZ. Maybe Ian, I guess, up on the other side. This is going to be a rough fight.
It's going to be rough, but they're going to be coming in with Gravitic Flux. The beat is there to counter it, and now Phone's going to be using the High Noon. He's looking for a kill, and he gets one onto Ian. The Baptiste going down means so much of your healing is gone, and once again, Guangzhou is forced back to the spawn room. This has not been good, but the best thing I can say for them right now is the only thing they used was QZ-Wise. Was QZ-Wise, and he has now swapped over onto the Diva. I think this has just supported my theory that Greek God X went AFK or had to leave because they currently don't really have an off tank.
Yeah, considering this is not what QZY is normally supposed to be playing.
Oh no, QZY on the Diva! He's eating the Blizzard, never mind. I guess they do have an off tank, and based on that, and the High Noon, and a lot of ults came out from Guangzhou Gangsters there. I'm just shocked at the fact that QZY swaps onto the Diva in the first fight I've ever seen him play Diva. He eats a Blizzard. That's incredible.
I don't know if Kemi just didn't realize there was a field, because usually I feel like Mob Mentality isn't known for making mistakes like that, so I'm just going to chalk it up to just bad timing or something. Oh no!
God. True Dogger just gets spammed down by the window, and now there goes QZY's neck.
Who decided that a window that large, the 3-car garage flat screen TV, needed to exist?
I do not know. You can take that one up with Jeff. I have no idea. Guangzhou back from the spawn room now, getting ready to try and push this court forward a little more. They're going to be pushing into the High Noon from Phone, and it does get ATZ, but the Shatter from Jaguar is actually pretty good. It beats Red Knight's Shatter, but it's maybe a little bit too late. But here comes Clue on the Junkrat. The spam damage from him is good, but the spam damage from the entirety of Mob Mentality is better.
They're doing a really nice job of holding here. That being said, did they lose anyone? Yes, they did. They lost 2. So Orisa and May are going to be really slow. They're probably going to have to... they're probably going to have to... Yeah, they are going to have to succeed this first really strong choke. Although it looks like maybe they'll be able to hold... Nah, they're too fast. They have to hold the second corner.
What do you think about this Hanzo swap from ATZ?
It's good because of the tight corridors, but it's not going to be good... Oh, Jesus Christ.
Jaguar just got... I don't know what to tell you. Jaguar just got melted.
He dropped his shield to Fire Strike as the window went down, and then his health went from full to nothing, and that's about it. Hanzo was good in these tight corridors, but I expect ATZ to not be staying on it if they manage to get to third point, because third point is not good for Hanzo.
Yeah, but I mean, they gotta get there first. We got a minute 40. Here comes a Riptire from Clue. Could potentially get something good, and now the window from Even is good, and Red Knight is now down. Clue's tire does not find anything, but it has forced Mob Mentality back in a bit of a state of panic. It's now a 4v6. The High Noon from Phone now coming out, and Guangzhou is, I think, wisely going to hide behind the corner, so that will have very little effect. They're now coming into the last fight for point B, and they're just going to go right into it. QZY's bomb does find True Donger. The Baptiste down is actually so massive, and oh, Phone finds Clue, but he's traded out by ATZ, and I think Mob Mentality, oh, 0.09. Oh, Jaguar just runs past an ATZ with the follow-up. Oh my goodness, that is a thing. QZY eats another Blizzard, are you kidding me? Oh my god, so much happened. But Guangzhou took point B. Yeah.
Jaguar's a girl? Okay, thank you. Sorry, I did not notice that. I apologize, Jaguar. So that being said, we are currently looking... Maverick is gonna have... Oh my god, Jaguar!
She's gotten...
3 times. This is the 3rd time she's been melted by a window, and I feel bad.
If I was Jaguar, I would not be having fun right now.
I feel like Jaguar might want to swap off the Rhine, because you're just going to keep running into this. And it's not necessarily because Jaguar isn't playing well. It's just Trudonger is very smart with the timing of this, so the second Jaguar pushes up, he windows.
Oh, but Maverick is taken down by Clue first, but Jaguar traded out, and Phone gets a double kill with the High Noon and the Bongo combo. And yeah, they're going to be pushed back once again. There's a minute left on the clock for Guangzhou Gangsters here.
It's not a ton of time. It's definitely doable. I will say, ultimate-wise, this next fight is probably going to be an ult fest. As you see the first one of the Shatter to come out.
Yeah, Jaguar actually did a good job blocking that, but the Blizzard coming out afterwards is just too much. But Red Knight charges in, I would say a little bit haphazardly. He gets melted down, and now with the Reinhardt out of the picture, Guangzhou is going to try and push back up. The bomb from QZY comes in, and that is massive. Maverick and Kemi are both down. The QZY, oh my gosh, and ATZ got booped off from for it. How do you got a boop kill on King's Row? That's insane. But it will be Guangzhou pushing up now. It looks like they will, if they do capture all 3 points, it will be an overtime. But they're gonna have to fight into the beat from Quirk Peak.
Cloric, that's a very early beat. I'm not sure if that's exactly what you really wanted to do there if I were you. That
the shatter from Jaguar is big, and now everyone is falling on the side of Mob Mentality. It's just the Sigma and the Lucio and the... No, that's it. That's it. Maverick tries to use Gravity Flux, ends up going down. It's just Corpy trying to contest. He's down, and Guangzhou manages to take all 3 points, albeit in overtime, but they did manage to take it.
Jaguar said, you know, screw you guys. Please stop ulting me into oblivion. I'm just gonna Giga Chat all over you, and she kind of just proved her might there. That being said, coming onto defense, I'm not entirely sure what they're going to be doing here. QZY and Jaguar, maybe they'll try the Orisa, Reinhardt. I'm not sure how confident they... Huh?
I said Ryan Orisa, yeah.
Yeah, maybe Arista Sig. I'm not quite sure what they're going to run here. I don't know what they're comfortable on, especially because of this meta shift.
I criticized the tank lineup. of Guangzhou Gangsters. Apparently, that was very much not meant to be. I think so. Guangzhou is going to stick onto this Rhine Diva double projectile. This is like max on spam damage they're going for right here.
It did work against the like massive shields. So maybe they're hoping it will work again. The only problem I see is that this is a very offensive tilted comp. It's very designed for those quick picks and then getting back, or just spamming out a shield, which when you're attacking, that's fine to do, because you can waste a couple fights. Defense, not so much. So I do wonder how this is going to work against a much more sort of just... It's a brawl. It's just a straight brawl from Mob Mentality.
Though I think it should be noted, Clue is already at 30% to a tire. That's really nice. Mob Mentality is going to push in. Red Knight, I think... Oh my gosh, he is building it up real quick. Ian is going on, but that was a beautiful wall from Kemi. Jaguar completely isolated, could not do anything, and now ATZ down as well. It's looking like a very quick take here from Mob Mentality. Clue did manage to build up the tire, but is wisely going to opt to hang on to it until the next fight.
Yeah, Clue does a nice job of spam damage. The problem there is that, yes, he gets a lot of spam damage, but Bap is probably one of the kings of healing spam damage. And he honestly, the amount of damage Clue put in almost helped the enemy team, because now they have both support ults. Chloric and Eon do not. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Greek God.
Greek God has just rejoined the game, so that is nice to see. But this is like an incredible time right now that Mob Mentality has put up, and they have pushed Guangzhou like all the way to the back. They're gonna push up, and here comes Clue with the tire. Will he be a long one? Oh. No, Maverick just punches it. But an early Immortality Field, however, is forced out, and that could be big. But now everyone is no. Everyone got frozen. Oh, Jaguar couldn't block it. It's looking like Shrewdonger is gonna use the
I'm not sure if that's a call I would have made. That being said, he tries to
take it himself, but I mean, with the spawn advantage, I mean, ATZ has to back off here. So overall, this was a fight win for Mob.
They did have to use a lot of ultimates there. Actually, not nearly as many as I thought. They ended up using 4. Enemy only used Higher and Window, I think. It's definitely going to be in favor of Guangzhou, I will say. But a 4-minute time bank is not something to scoff at.
Absolutely not. QZY is going to duo with Ian. Oh my gosh, it got
it landed right on it.
Lifted up by the Mei wall, and that is going to take out the Immortality Field early. So good start. Red Knight's Shatter is blocked, but it isn't enough to save Clue. But however, Red Knight has been traded in response. The Reinhardt for the Junkrat, which will reign supreme here. True Donger Ghost is getting chased up by the team, and a Shatter from Jaguar actually gets a lot, but there's no follow-up. And QZY has been frozen up. It's looking pretty dire right now. The tire is up from Clue, but there's the beat to counter it, but it's not enough! Ooh. Clue comes down, and it gets to the High Noon from Phone, though. Can QZY get much done? No, not really. This tire was a valiant effort, but it's looking like Mob Mentality will eventually push up here. But the double kill from Ian means it's not quite over yet. No, it's definitely not enough. They stalled it for a while, but it is going to be Mob Mentality taking point B, and that is a 4.5-minute time bank just to take point C.
And all they need to do is just get over a minute, and they automatically win or draw this map. That being said, I will give credit Guangzhou. They pulled out a lot of ultimates that I don't think Mob Mentality really wanted to use there. Basically everything except Lift, which they just used, I think, the fight before.
Oh no, Ian going down early, though, is terrible for Guangzhou, and they know it. They're just going to try and back off, but Mob Mentality is going to push their advantage.
ATZ, look at Quirpy! Look at Quirpy! Look behind you! Oh!
He didn't know. He didn't know what the Corpy. Are you kidding me? How does Corpy keep on doing it?
Corpy, stop! They've had enough.
This is terrible from for Guangzhou. They have not been able to get a full fight like they want to for the entirety of Point C. I mean, Mob Mentality might just roll this right in.
They're not gonna get a full fight. There's no chance of it. I mean, sure, they'll get some of the staggers, but it's gonna be Ball. Ball is dead, I think.
Ball is probably dead. Corpy gets another boop kill on the caloric acid. That is, for those keeping track, that is 3 boop kills for Corpy on King's Row.
Corpy has literally found a way to boop players into every single hole on this map. And there are, I have counted them, there are 2.
Yeah.
And both of them are on third. And he managed to get 1 in one and 2 in the other.
That's insane. That should not be allowed.
They had 44 seconds less than they started with, and that's 44 seconds less than they started with. That is incredibly impressive, and this map is guaranteed to be either a draw or a win for Mob Mentality. Yeah. That being said, I want Guangzhou to run a heavy bunker comp. That is not bunker.
It's a little closer to what they were running before. They've got themselves a Sigma now instead of a Diva, and a Mei instead of I think it was a Hanzo and then a McCree from ATZ. But no, it's not quite what you wanted to see. They're still trying to run this like hybrid brawl-ish comp.
I gotta be honest, Clue is doing a lot of damage, but I haven't seen a ton of kills from Clue. And that means that what he's doing is he's building up his ultimate fast, and his ultimate is getting a decent amount of value. But he's also just feeding the enemy support ults, which are far more value than a Riptire. Especially when they're on attack, and therefore if you get one fight where you win because of a Riptire, that's going to be nothing compared to 2 fights you win with 2 support ults.
Alright, here comes Mob Mentality. They have a little over 3 minutes on the clock to just take 1 tick of Point A and go up 2-0 in the series and get to the grand finals. Immortality fields come out from both teams, and now, just like that, they're both dead. Both teams kind of brawling out, feeling each other out. A nice wall there, and that's going to blow up Red Knight. They've lost their grind, but now Jaguars traded. They're going to push back in now, Mob Mentality. It's now coming down to a much more scrappy affair. ATZ down. Here comes the window
already.
And all of Guangzhou Gangsters are going to fall one by one. Mob Mentality have taken King's Row. I guess some would say solved it.
Something I noticed at the very end, even though Guangzhou was running a Junkrat, Mob Mentality was breaking Guangzhou's shields much, much faster. Like, I think Jaguar and QZY's shields were
let's look
dead.
at this. Look at this. Let's take a second. Let's look at this flank from...
Oh my god.
It's... Nice pull from whoever was playing Arisa. I think that was Maverick.
Yes, it was Maverick. Okay, then. Well, that was nasty.
That was ridiculous.
But I was watching, and it was QZY and Jaguar shields both broke in the time it took for Maverick's shield to break. Red Knight's shield hadn't broken yet, just Maverick's had.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. So now Guangzhou, with 1 map left on their League 0 seasons, they will have their pick of an escort map coming up next. And of course, Mob Mentality will choose the side. But, I mean, I don't know how the other semifinal game is going right now, but if you're Double Cap or Capitalism, and you're watching this right now,
be terrified.
I would be scared.
Terrified.
I would be scared. This has been a clinic from Mob Mentality, also proving they're not even close to a Shadow Dive one-trick team. They're just a really good team.
Escort is next, yes?
Yes, Escort is next.
They're such a good team. They're so coordinated. They're so good at breaking shields. They very rarely die. We were expecting this to be like the grand finals match, right? That was what some people were thinking.
That is what some people were thinking, yeah.
And yet, the number 1 and number 3 and Mob Mentality is putting on first map. First point of first map was very close.
Yeah.
Second point, not so much. And then King's Row was a clinic.
I think, well, I mean, we gotta give Guangzhou credit. It wasn't a complete roll, right?
No, definitely. I mean, they capped 3 points.
Was able to find some success on their first attack, but Mob Mentality just proved to be a lot better.
And I'll give credit where credit is due. Jaguar did a really nice job, especially on attack, of pushing back against Red Knight and Jula. And I think that's maybe the thing that's causing
Maverick.
Maverick and Red Knight, right. Maverick and Red Knight, that's causing them to lose this, is that they're giving them too much space. They're letting them take this space away from them. And Red Knight and Maverick and Jula and Phone and Kilroy and Kemi, if you give any of them any amount of space, they're going to take that, set a foothold, and then rush in for the rest of that space, and you're going to lose off that. You cannot give them an inch, or you will give them a yard.
Absolutely. I will say, I've been noticing this a lot in these two fights. Phone, in particular, has been, like, the master of getting his ultimate, waiting until the fight has kind of been going on for a while, and Guangzhou has used a lot of their resources, and then popping his ult. And because Guangzhou doesn't have the ability to counter it, he just gets a multi-kill. And it's been honestly really good, and Guangzhou needs to try and adjust to that. They will be going into Rialto and subbing in Duality and for Clue. This is something we've seen before on Rialto for Guangzhou. They do like Duality, and he plays a lot of the Ashe on this map. Potentially, I think they put in Duality when they want to run sort of a double hit scan setup.
Maybe double hit scan is what they need to do. If I were Greek in for... Okay, so Greek is back.
Well, they said never mind, so I don't know.
Sorry, I hadn't changed the map.
Yeah, go change the map.
It is Rialto. Oh, okay. So they were saying never mind to that, not to the Jaguar sub.
Okay, Greek is in. Okay. I understand now. A little bit of confusion. We got to figure it out now. So Greek is back in. We're using Duality in. So this is Guangzhou's preferred lineup going into Rialto. And so Mob Mentality have probably seen this, and they know this. This isn't something that... this isn't like a secret strategy that Guangzhou is putting out right now. They have run this for Rialto for a couple weeks now. It's just going to be coming up to how Mob Mentality decides to try and counter it.
I mean, if they can do it well, double hit scan is something that can break double shields, and if you can put enough pressure on Phone, you do have a chance of winning. It's not that Guangzhou is playing bad. They're playing well. It's just Mob Mentality is so coordinated.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of ridiculous. Not to mention, I mean, yeah. It's ridiculous how well Mob Mentality is able to play these comps. And how it just seems like... I don't know. It's just they're just such a good team. They're just such a good team, and it just always feels like whenever they're in a game, it always feels like they're like a step ahead, and it's probably pretty frustrating for all the other teams. But this is, I mean, Mob Mentality, like it or not, is the final boss of League Zero Intermediate, and if you want the trophy, you're gonna have to go through them.
It's sort of like Tokyo in frickin' Advanced, except even Tokyo against, I'm blanking on the team. Was it Platchat? No, Powerhouse. Who was the team they went 3-2? Powerhouse. Even they got pushed to the brink once. This is just...
To be fair, I'll give, I want to give, we're making this comparison. Mob Mentality is not undefeated. They did lose a 5-map affair to Capitalism earlier in the season, but yes.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, later in the season, they've always been considered a top-tier team, but I think this is definitely them proving how strong they really are. My one concern, I guess you could say, is are they... Well, no, I can't even say that. I was about to say, are they showing their hand too early? But it's not like this is anything they haven't done before. This is just mob mentality being mob mentality.
This double sniper setup is what mob mentality... I mean, this double sniper setup is what Guangzhou loves to run on these fights. Duality and ATZ, as well as the Discord Orb from Ian on the Zen. Phone's gonna have a lot of trouble existing right now with these two snipers patrolling the sky for him. But Duality actually goes in quickly and changes to McCree. That's probably fair on attack.
Especially shields.
Yeah.
The shield break is going to be important in here, and Widow is just not good at that. As much as I love her, she is not known for shield break.
Yes, that's probably true. Phone has been stunned up by Duality, and he goes down. So, a big damage dealer now gone for mob mentality, and now they continue to brawl themselves out on the point. Duality sort of caught out, though. A little bit of an ill-advised flank he went on right there, and now a DPS player from both sides is down. It's sort of a shield war going on right now, except it's 2 shields to 1 in favor of mob mentality. As soon as one breaks, it seems like they have another one ready to go. And now here, Duality managed to pick off Red Knight, but the window is out. It doesn't seem like it's going to be enough. Duality just rolls right in, and that's going to be
Duality and Ian just wipe up the entire team. Oh my god. I think that was like 4 for Duality, 2 for Ian or something. Either way,
very nicely done. True Donger's going to swap onto the brig now.
Is Ball even going to get a touch? He is not, because he gets double stun and insta-killed.
Oh no, and now True Donger on the brig. Also gets a Duality's on a roll right now. Holy crap.
Maybe this is what they needed to win. They just swap in Duality, and he pops off.
Maybe.
I mean, if it works, it works. That being said, I think Phone, after he ults, should probably consider swapping off this Echo. It's just, you're going to have such a hard time getting anything done. Red Knight. Oh no.
Red Knight on the ball has not been very inspirational so far, I have to say.
Okay, I feel kind of bad because he's literally trying his best and he's walking into a McCree stun and then a Roadhog hook.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. The Bob comes out from ATZ, but he's picked off from Quirpy in midair. That's quite impressive, actually. The Trans is going to probably... But True Donger is down, but Red Knight gets the boot kill on the QZY. That's nice. And now Phone getting the pick on the Duality, finally ending his reign of terror. And with that, Mob Mentality pushes up. Looks like they're going to be able to push Guangzhou back.
I'm sorry, that was a disgusting shot by Duality. He just 180 shoot. Did you catch that, Akri? He 180 punch shot True Donger in the face. It was so sad.
They're going to be pushing it again, Guangzhou will, but Mob Mentality do have several ults available, including both tank ults, to try and hold them back. Guangzhou needs to think carefully about how they try and go about this, and they're just going to decide to do a QZYs, and with the double with the Heinen from Duality, Phone is down. So good start here from Guangzhou. Ian's kind of out on his own, but he manages to pick off True Donger. That's massive. Quirpy, the fragging Zenyatta on the other side, takes down ATZ, but I'm not sure if it's going to quite be enough.
It's hooked up!
He got hooked out of it, but now Phone has taken down Duality, and Kuroy takes down ATZ. It seems like Guangzhou maybe got a little too overzealous, but Ian on the other side got a double kill now on the Zen, the bloodthirsty Zen, in fact, but the respawns are here for Mob Mentality, and once again, they get pushed back.
It seems like Guangzhou is really, really good at these picks. Like, they're just consistently able to get some of these picks. Like, right there, QZ just killed Quirpy. The problem is, it doesn't feel like they're winning the team fight. They're not taking ground or space off of the kills. They're just getting kills for the sake of it. That being said, never mind. I was about to say they were having a huge advantage.
Red Knight, I guess, didn't need to be on the map. That's fine.
Did Phone tried to duel Ian and lost.
Well, you know, it happens sometimes. You can't win them all. But Phone will get the revenge there on the Echo, and with a rally from Truedonger, that is for sure going to end this fight. And yeah, you're right. Guangzhou has been doing a very good job of getting the picks, but they've been having a lot of trouble converting that into fight wins.
And it's unfortunate to see, because you're seeing the individual skill on the same duality. ATZ, QZ, Greek, Chloric, Ian, all of them are individually very skilled, but I think the thing they might be missing here is they're just missing that last piece of coordination that Mob Mentality has absolutely down.
Yeah. The ability to sort of stick together when everything's sort of, when there's not really a plan anymore and everyone's just trying to shoot. And again, here we go. So Guangzhou has once again gotten the first pick in this fight, and it's a big one. Red Knight going down, but Phone has equalized with the sticky bombs. QZY and Ian are down, but ATZ will once again equalize it with the Bob, and QZY is now back up. It is a very scrappy fight once again. Red Knight is back on the ball, and he uses the mines. He's going to try and get QZY here, but here comes the Valkyrie from Chloric Acid to keep his team alive. Guangzhou seem to be doing good so far, but Phone is back. He has duplicated the Roadhog, and he immediately gets the Whole Hog. The picks continue to come through for Guangzhou, but you can never count Mob Mentality out right now. Phone will get a second Whole Hog.
Oh, he's so close to killing him. Is he going to kill? Oh, he finally kills Duality. That could be big.
Duality is down.
Are they going to be...
The picks are still coming through, but this is like the third time now that Red Knight has come back from spawn in order to keep on fighting here. I think finally they've done it. They got into overtime. But man, Mob Mentality staggered so well there. Nice hook from Greek God, though, to take out Kilroy. This will give Guangzhou a lot of room to push as they wait for him to come back.
Jula's does stay alive, which is good for them. They have a minute, and honestly, this is going to be so hard for them to do. Third point on Rialto is one of the hardest maps. This little... What even is it called? Church? Yeah, it's a church. It's so difficult.
Nice flux from QZY, and the high noon combo has once again knocked down Phone. Mob Mentality has come in with the rally, so a lot of them looking very beefy going into this fight. But it is a 5v6, and Red Knight gets melted.
Well, I guess it wasn't beefy enough.
With a billion... Oh no! Kilroy gets hooked! He got hooked out of the high noon! And now Guangzhou is pushing up ATZ with a double kill. 30 seconds left on the clock, and Guangzhou Gangsters are looking to once again complete the map. I mean, all that Mob Mentality is going to have here to work with is Jula's Lift.
That being said, Phone is on Reaper, which is a high damage character into two tanks that he can feed off of very easily. He's already 50% to his ultimate.
He is. He might get an ultimate during this overtime fight.
He's 75. No.
But now the picks all come in for Mob Mentality. They are continuing to get the picks. There's no one left.
He got it.
He got it.
At the last second.
He managed to get a couple good shots in Greek God X at the end, and that is a solid 30-second Death Blossom build for Phone. That should not be allowed.
That is illegal. Phone, you need to stop. That being said, overall, not a bad push.
Not a bad push at all.
Definitely winnable for GZG. If they can keep up this more, their advantage is in pick style. They're very, very good at getting these picks. If they can get a pick, then get out, just stall the point, and then get another pick, do that same thing. They have a good chance of winning this. They just have to keep that up.
Yeah, they're going to be walking out with just about the same thing, except now QZY is going to be on the more grounded Orisa. Phone is currently showing a Pharah. I don't think that would be very smart against the double hit scan. I imagine he's probably gonna swap here.
If he's gonna be playing a flying character, I suspect it would more likely be Echo.
Yeah, I'm gonna expect that he's gonna swap here. But yeah, you have mentioned it. Rialto is a very defensive heavy map.
a lot of high ground available for the defense to take care of, to take advantage of. So
he is staying on this Pharah?
maybe he's gonna at least give it a try, it seems. So he is at least doing a very interesting hidden court P are going around the side. I'm not sure if Guangzhou has clocked him yet. There he is now. Greek God has found him now. But on the other side, Ian has taken down Red Knight. So having the ball, you really need the ball there for this comp, because he's the main way that you disrupt the other team and distract them from the Pharah in your face. But Kilroy's gone in on the Tracer, and he's taking down Duality. So
Phone needs to get out of this situation.
Yeah, it's a very sticky situation for Phone.
He doesn't.
HTZ is down by HTZ's down, but Phone traded in return. But, I mean, I think that they've done what they need to do, which is absolutely confuse the heck out of Guangzhou Gangsters. Picks are going both ways, but Guangzhou's sort of all over the place. They can't really come in and help each other in their individual skirmishes. They're all over the map. So,
well, I mean, on the other side, we're seeing more of that team coordination as in each of these sort of individual skirmishes, it's like a 2v1 almost, where like one member of Guangzhou is fighting two members of Mob Mentality.
Yeah, absolutely. And Mob looks like they might just push into point A. No, it looks like Guangzhou is going to attempt to contest this. Greek God and Duality on the Soldier, by the way, are both there. But he has the Discord Orb on him, Greek God does. It's going to be so difficult.
Oh, Kilroy!
Takes down both tanks, and that is going to be a quick point A.
And Phone gets the cleanup.
Yeah, Phone gets to clean up.
Well, this fire is working much better than I thought it would.
Yeah, and I think that's because the comp of Mob Mentality is doing a very good job of taking their attention off of Phone. It's very difficult to focus on the Pharah when there is a Wrecking Ball booping you around everywhere, or a Zenyatta with a Discord Orb on you.
Or a Tracer that's screwing around with the backline. That being said, speaking of the Wrecking Ball, he is dead.
He is dead, but that doesn't seem to be a super big deal for Mob Mentality right now. You know, Red Knight will be back in the fight pretty soon. It has forced them to sort of back up off of this corner for the moment, and now the ultimates are coming in, but Ian uses Trans. I'm not 100% sure why, but now Duality has decided, no, you know what, we're going to use our ult here. Max Visor comes in, is trying to get some picks off, and he will eventually find Jula, so the picks continuing to come from Guangzhou. Truedonger has traded out one, but this is certainly...
a Truedonger?
Truedonger has decided, you know what, I will also use, I see
Except
you, Ian.
he's sitting on point.
Yeah.
I think he was trying to Giga Chad the point, and I'm sorry, Zenyatta, you do not do nearly enough damage for that.
That was not very well advised. I would not have told... I think if you're Mob Mentality's coach, you are sitting there with your head in their hands right now, because you would have wanted that Transcendence. You're coming into a whole hog, and you're coming into a Bob, and probably a lift as well.
Ooh, it's a 1-for-1 trade.
Yeah, Phone's barrage doesn't quite do enough to push it in his favor, but the res is there on Phone, but the picks continue to come through for Guangzhou. It's still advantage to them for this fight. And yes, they are going to push Mob Mentality back once again. So, Truedonger has again managed to get himself a pick, but it's not quite enough.
Overall, I mean, it's 240, and look at that. Truedonger is already 70% to his next chance. Jeez, okay. I mean, Ian is 90 to his, so they're both building their transitions so fast.
Bonus swaps the Echo, and Duality is down. That is not good at all.
It's time for the Phone Echo. Will he Giga Chad maintain difference the team again? Probably.
Probably. The mines come out from Red Knight, though, but he is not able to capitalize on it. QZY is there, and now the Lift is able to take down Jula as well. There's no tank line available for Mob Mentality here. And yes, the remaining members seem to be opting to back up as the res comes in on Greek God. This has been a pretty impressive point B hold for Guangzhou. I think Mob had close to 5 minutes going in, and now they're down to 2 as Red Knight goes down again.
It definitely. I mean, the sort of shining light is the fact that Phone is back on this Echo now, which means Quirt no longer has to stay on that Mercy to pocket him. He can go
Nice trade. ATC and Trudonger trade each other out. No, Kilroy!
Kilroy? Did Kilroy blow himself up?
Yeah, he pulse bombed himself up and I guess recalled into his own pulse bomb. That is awful. And that has kept the fight even for Guangzhou and Mob Mentality. And there's so many ults available for Guangzhou here. They're going to have everything except for QZY's Lift. If they're able to ration these ults well enough, and Kian gets another kill on the Kilroy. Massive play.
Bob for Trans is a trade you absolutely take. Hog is copied.
Yeah, all of the ultimates have now started to come out from Guangzhou. Phone has got 2 kills, but they are traded out. Here comes the lift from Jula. Will they be able to get much done with it? It has knocked down QZY. He's very low, and there's
a streak off the map.
Gosh dang, it is the hog difference. Phone keeps on doing it, but it is not enough to win them the fight. Guangzhou has pushed them back once again. 30 seconds left on the clock, and it's looking like all they'll have to work with is QZY's Lift. Meanwhile, Corpy will have a rally to sort of counter it.
Phone is on this. Phone is on Doomfist. It's a high damage, high risk, high reward play.
The rally comes out early from Corpy. That could be big. Here comes the here comes the lift from QZY. It finds Jula. Phone falls down right after, and this is going to be Guangzhou Gangsters pulling off an incredible point B hold on Rialto to take a map off of Mob Mentality and send us into map 4.
That was really solid from them.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm trying to collect my thoughts. Overall, incredible hold. It was Phone. I can guess when this was. Yeah, this is the 3K, I think.
Yeah, this would. Oh, well, that's mostly Kilroy's play, to be honest.
No, he gets 3.
Oh, okay, you know what? Okay, that was fun.
He gets 3 kills. He definitely gets 3
that was good. Never mind. Phone deserved that one.
Overall, though, really close. Just an incredible hold from Guangzhou with some mismanaged abilities and ultimates, I'd say, for Mob Mentality. Trudonger. Ugh.
A little bit. I think you were probably right. When Guangzhou is on defense instead of attack, their ability to just find picks really shines. They're able to, I mean, with defense, it's a lot easier to turn one pick into a fight win, because of a respawn advantage. When it's offense, when you have to turn a pick into a fight win, it's a lot more difficult because you do have to maintain a sort of coordination throughout. Guangzhou gets a win on the board. Good on them. They have managed to not get wiped out or swept by Mob Mentality, but they now have to play their pick on Assault.
Now we get to play everyone's favorite map.
2CP!
2CP! Woo! I'm going to put it on Volskaya, because I have a feeling they might pick Volskaya because Phone is proficient on that Echo, and Volskaya is a very, very good Echo map.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, honestly, great showing for Guangzhou. I think that was the map in which it felt like they had the best plan for what Mob Mentality was trying to do. You know,
I think Duality needs to stay in. I think Clue did a good job, but I think this double hit scan to sort of hard counter Phone's utility on the Echo is really going to help them.
I think that has most likely Duality definitely made a big difference coming in. I think that he did a very good job of countering the Phone. He very much seemed for a lot of that game to be on a Phone duty to find him on that Echo or on that Pharah and try and focus him down. He did a pretty good job of it.
Definitely. I mean, I was really impressed, honestly, by all of Guangzhou. There wasn't so much coordination as there was just this sort of idea of, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're not exactly necessarily sure how we're going to execute it, but just, hey, Volskaya, wait, Yeah, Volskaya. What did I guess? And it was just pick after pick. Ian got a pick, and then Duality got a pick, and then ATZ got a pick, and QZ randomly got a kick, and Greek got a hook, and Cloric did random things, and that was basically what happened, and it worked.
And Cloric was there. that is what you said.
I said Cloric did random things. That wasn't Cloric was there. Cloric
that is the message I got.
Cloric is a support player that isn't playing Zen. I'm sorry, he's not going to be getting that many kills.
Yes.
Okay.
It would have really done us good to look at the pronoun sheet before we did this.
We have a pronoun sheet for a reason, and this is I read it. I have read it for every single main series match. I guess I just forgot to read it for this one. I'm sorry, Cloric and Jaguar.
Also, just making sure we have all our bases covered, because we probably messed this up too. Court P goes by they them.
God.
I don't remember exactly doing that, but I imagine we probably did it at one point. But moving on, apologies to all that. Moving on, the pick has come through from Mob Mentality. They will be choosing Volskaya, and Guangzhou has chosen the defense.
That's not surprising. Most people end up going for defense. It's the quintessential pick, you could say, just because if you're defense, you can hard stop, and also maps become much shorter if you win on defense, and people like shorter maps. I certainly like shorter maps. I like casting longer maps, but they also drain me a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. Volskaya has potential to go on for a while. Who knows, though?
8 series, anyone?
Well, I mean, it's not like I have anything else to do today. So, like,
I do. Hedwig has a game to get to. Well, a scrim, but
yeah, so we'll be going into the game in just a minute. Guangzhou, I think, definitely trying to talk through how they are going to counter what will surely be an Echo or maybe even a Pharah comp coming up from Mob Mentality on attack here.
I'm impatient, and I'm guessing that's time. So, like, if that was 10 seconds, I don't care. They lose 5 seconds. I wouldn't actually. Okay. Very specific. Does your counter actually go into negatives? Oh. And he's like, knowing the teams, they're probably gonna be a little salty if we go exactly in 5. Anyway, oh, that is Shadow Dive.
Yeah, Shadow Dive coming out from Mob Mentality. This is actually not quite what I was expecting. I was definitely expecting the Echo comp coming out, but I mean, this is in fact Mob Mentality's bread and butter. They were by far the best team in Intermediate on this comp for good reason. And what do you think about this going into the double shield coming out from Guangzhou?
It's hard to say how it's really going to turn out. I haven't honestly seen double shield play into this Shadow Dive comp in a while. I will say that I think I have to give advantage to the Shadow Dive because of its pick potential. That being said, it's also going to be hard for them to dislodge because there's a lot of healing.
Yeah, a lot of healing coming in. So Kilroy's going to go off on his own, go on a little flank, while everyone else on Mob Mentality is going to try and take them head on. I feel like Mob Mentality is now going to drop down to the point instantly. That's very interesting, kind of giving up the high ground. But they do know that this is a comp that wants to brawl up close. But they have given Mob Mentality control over the Mega once it's no longer hacked. The dive comes in from Red Knight, and the fight has begun. Phone has come in, but is forced to wraith himself out.
They have now flipped positions, and it seems
they have now
like
flipped position, and a pick comes in. Pick comes in, but Red Knight jumps in and gets melted. The Winston going down instantly. I mean, Guangzhou needs to take up position on the point here. The Coalescence has come in. And Phone's found 2, but is finally picked off by Ian. Trio Donger on the Coalescence has found 2. Ian, though, is on a bit of a killing spree here. That was a little bit scary. Almost 2 ticks picked up
Ian
from
is so
Mob.
low.
Ian almost, yeah. I think that fight was probably saved by Ian. He hit a lot of shots on Zen that fight.
That being said, though, they do manage to get a tick, almost 2 ticks. And they build a decent amount of ultimate stockpiles while also sort of staggering...
The ball, oh no, I think the beat missed Red Knight. He goes down super early, and now the the attack bias from Duality is here to support. However, Kilroy has gotten the pick on Ian, so it's still a 5v6 right now, and the Winston will be back before the Zenyatta is. But Jula has been taken out on the other side. There is no tank line for Mob Mentality. They're just gonna get pushed back once again. Red Knight pops his primal rage. Uncharacteristic mistake coming out from Mob Mentality right now.
I'm seeing maybe a little bit of nerves from Mob Mentality. Like, I feel like Trudonger's ultimate on the last map was maybe just a bit of like an ego thing. Maybe it's a fat finger. I don't know.
Okay, but if there's any fight for Mob Mentality to take this point, it is this one right here. They have 4 ults, even though they did use Primal right there. The lift comes in from QZY to try and
hack him.
They could not. They did. It was just after the lift went down, I think. And now the picks come in for Mob Mentality. They had about a minute on the clock. They will push in. It's actually they only managed to do it. They only used Coalescence to do it. That is massive.
Well, and I guess Primal, but that's a different story.
Sort of Primal. Yeah, they will now have EMP, Blossom, and Diva Bomb to try and snowball this. A lot is riding on how Ian uses his Transcendence.
Ian is doing a good job of hiding here. Like, unless Kilroy knows... Yeah, Kilroy doesn't know he's there.
Yeah, the EMP is there.
His phone is up top and Ian is not!
Oh no, the Transcendence healing was blocked off, and that is 2 quick kills for Phone. There's a tick for Mob on point B. They will pick a second. Guangzhou needs to touch. They do manage to do it, but QZY is taken down instantly. This is going to be a desperation fight. Now both support ultimates come out for Guangzhou. They need to weather it. They can't. Mob Mentality pulls off the snowball and has 3 minutes on the clock.
That was incredibly well played by Mob Mentality. They realize all they need to take that first point is Coalescence. And then they realize Ian is low ground, so why not ult the high ground? Just very well executed. I mean, I guess they couldn't technically know Ian was low ground, but they can assume where the Zenyatta is going to be. Because
yeah, it was a good guess.
That is a common spot for Zenyatta to set. If he's hiding from EMP. I can't really think of any other spot on the map besides just sitting in spawn, which is practically the same thing. I guess he could be sitting high ground, but then he risks himself getting hit by said EMP. Anyways, either way, very well done.
Now the fight falls onto Guangzhou to counter this. Mob Mentality showing the Shadow Dive once again. This is what they want to run on this map. Meanwhile, I mean, they have 25 seconds to change it, but Guangzhou currently showing a Rein Zarya comp.
Rein Zarya usually loses to Shadow Dive, unfortunately, just because if Rein or Zarya gets hacked, they become sitting ducks. Diva and Monkey, yes, they do also become sitting ducks if they get hacked, but they're much harder to hack because of their spam damage. Monkey can just swing in a circle with his Tesla cannon and just tag, and Diva's just gonna accidentally tag Sombra doing pretty much anything.
Yeah. Alright, so Guangzhou is going to attempt... They take a second to talk about things before they come out of spawn here.
Reaper, therefore they're not even going to have that hack.
Yeah, ATZ just used the... Okay, ATZ uses Sombra the Scout, and now they know it's a Shadow Dive comp that they're going up against here. So they go to the Reaper, and they're going to try and take the high ground here and get some spam damage. Mob Mentality is going to meet them above the Mega Room.
The mid, I believe, was taken by Kilroy, so they have control of that. But Ian will lose his immortality field pretty early in this one. A very sort of claustrophobic fight here. It's difficult to tell exactly what's going on, but I do see a very highly charged Greek God X. Now Guangzhou
85% to his ultimate, Jesus.
Guangzhou is going to take the point, but Courtbeat goes down instantly. ATZ trading out the kills from Mob Mentality, but with the Coalescence, they will be able to push them back, I think. But Jula does lose his mech, which could end up being big in the next fight. There's no way for them to eat Greek God X's.
They built 6 ults.
They did.
Okay. I mean, the enemy team built, what is that? 5. I don't know how close Jula is to his
it comes down to Jula and if he was and how far he is. If Guangzhou moves quick here, they can use Greek God X's grab, and Jula will not have his mech.
That's exactly
what
they're doing.
what they're gonna do. The beat
bubble!
The bubble is massive. There's the beat, but the EMP gets everyone alive on Guangzhou, and Jula's bomb is massive.
Oh, Red Knight, that bubble. Oh my god.
Would they have lived anyways, though? Because they had Courtbeat's beat.
No.
No?
Greek God would have, or not Greek God, Jula would have died. Jula was low enough, because he was remeching. I'm pretty sure Jula would have died.
Minute 30 on
either way, it was a good
now.
bubble.
Yeah, Guangzhou now needs to try and get something done here. ATZ's both Blossoms have pretty much just been eaten up by the Divas, but it's Ian who is the first to fall by True Donger's Moira. And here comes the same Coalescence. QZY goes down.
Didn't he use that last fight?
He might have.
Was it 2 fights? Okay, I wasn't sure if he built it in a single fight or 2 fights. Either way, very fast, and if they're gonna try and take a fight, this is gonna be it, because neither team has any ultimates except QZ is kinda close to his.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's gonna be a very interesting fight. There's no ultimates really available on either side. QZY will probably get his Shatter. But that's about it. Kilroy, we'd also want to take a look at Kilroy.
Kilroy's gonna get EMP.
To his EMP. Guangzhou, I think, needs to make a move before that happens, because they do not have a beat to counter it from Chloric Acid. And there it is. Red Knight goes down super early. And now it is up to Guangzhou to convert that into a win. 20 seconds left on the clock. There's the Shatter from QZY. It gets nothing. ATZ gets
Duality!
What happened to Duality? Did he roll
off the map?
Oh no, that's terrible.
That could be catastrophic, especially because QZY is extremely low off the side of the point. It's going to be Divas versus Lucio. But Red Knight's back.
Here come all of the ultimates. All of the ultimates from Mob Mentality came out just in time. It's looking like their map pick is going to play off.
Greek God's mech missed. Oh, the EMP hits 3.
The EMP is big, and the kills are coming through for for Mob Mentality. Overtime's ticking away, and unfortunately, we're going to have to say goodbye to Guangzhou Gangsters and Mob Mentality. Welcome to the Grand Finals.
That sentence was very confusing, and it took me a second to figure out what you meant, but I got it.
I know. There were a lot of things happening at once.
Yeah.
I kept on thinking I was going to say a sentence, and then changed my mind about the sentence I was going to say halfway through saying the previous sentence.
Overall, though, an incredible job from both teams. Congratulations, Mob Mentality, but a really good job, Guangzhou. You put in a ton of work, and just a little bit more coordination, and you definitely could have won this. That being said, that was incredible play from Mob Mentality. If I don't know who's winning the other one. If I was them, though, I would be looking at Mob Mentality and wetting my pants.
Yeah, Guangzhou. I mean, credit where credit is due. Guangzhou, a very good team, did a very good job of
it off, gets
sort
two kills there, and they won.
I mean, when it seemed like their plans worked, it worked really well. But overall, I mean, I think it's pretty clear that Mob Mentality was the better team today.
See, I don't want to give Phone the interview because I feel like he's probably had like 17 interviews.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's give it to like Court.
Yeah, let's give it to Kurt. He did really well.
They.
Thank you.
Yeah. Court, I think would be a good representative of Mob's kind of their structure as their main support starter. And I think that they did a really good job today.
Definitely. Overall, though, very nice play from both teams, and I can't wait to see Mob Mentality play in these grand finals. Against Akri, do you have an update on the other match?
On the screen, I have it up right now. As of
right
now,
up 2-1, but Double Cap also took a really nice double cap on Hanamura.
Okay, and Court said they said yes. So I need to find them. They're there. All right. We are in casting booth 1.
I believe so.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, Court. First of all, of course, congratulations on the victory today. You have secured a spot in the League Zero Grand Finals. How are you feeling right now?
We did good. We played well. So happy.
You had some really impressive boops over it. I think we were specifically really commenting on King's Row is one of the hardest maps to get boops on, and you somehow managed to get 3 of them. What is your secret to getting said god level boops?
Go fast. Don't touch the ground.
I think that is the Lucio player anthem right there.
That is the Lucio words to live by.
So your opponents today, of course, Guangzhou Gangsters, a very good team. Did you guys have any specific strategies and kind of mindset as you prepared to go against them in the semis today?
We knew that they were a really good team, so we wanted to make sure we didn't overlook them. So we had a lot of practice with comps we weren't super comfortable with, but it seemed to work.
All right. I mean, overall, it was definitely shown that you guys were very comfortable on a wide variety of comps. Was there anyone specifically on Guangzhou that you were like especially trying to prepare a bit extra for, almost you could say?
We know the hit scan, duality, and ATC were good. So that kind of limited what we were playing since we knew they were gonna have good hit scan.
Yeah. Moving on to next week's grand finals, Capitalism and Double Cap are still playing as of right now. Do Mob Mentality have a particular preference of which one they would like to go up against in the grand finals?
I know Red really wants to go up against Cap just because he thinks he's better.
Which one? Because they both have Cap in their name.
Capitalism.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, Red really believes that he's better with that team.
I think that would be a really good grudge sort of rematch, considering that is the one team that has bested you so far this season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they played well that game.
Well, of course, they do need to finish it off against Double Cap, so make sure to catch the end of that game, still currently going on Abraxas's Twitch channel. But Hedwig, do you have anything else to ask?
Not really.
All right. Well, congrats once again on the win today, Court. Good luck in your week preparing for the grand finals, and have a great rest of your night.
Okay, you too.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Okay.
All right. Well,
That was an exciting game to start off our semifinals matchups today. Or
definitely.
this weekend.
Definitely. I mean, for those of you who are still watching, I would definitely recommend go to watch Capitalism versus Double Cap. I'm betting that one is going to be extremely close. Hopefully, maybe even a 3-2. Otherwise, tomorrow it is going to be Novice first, then Expert. Novice is. Oh, I'm completely blanking.
I don't know what's on. I don't know
Blanking on
what's
what?
on. I don't know what's on this channel, but it's Wisdom versus OTW and Edinburgh versus Geometric.
I think it's the Geo game on this channel tomorrow.
So
I have to double
Geo-
check, so don't take my word for not quite yet.
Geo might be on this channel, and then
I think
Expert,
so.
And then Expert, which would be
Expert.
Clash of the Titans with Chengdu versus
Depending on
Newtons.
if it's rescheduled or not, I know for a fact SFG and Love Muffin will be on this channel, but that's only if it's actually tomorrow, because they're trying to reschedule, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
So-
SFG versus Love Muffin, maybe here, that one will definitely be a very good one to watch. And then, obviously, Clash of the Titans, Chengdu versus Newt's probably two of the top three teams. They've gone 3-2, 3 something,
3-1.
3-1. So we'll see how this one goes. I think both times Newt won.
No, Chengdu won the 3-1.
Yeah, I think it's actually the other way around, where Chengdu is currently the only team that's beaten Newt, and they've done it twice. I'm pretty sure that's how it is, but I don't remember for sure.
No, New reverse swept Chengdu, remember? Client came in. I'm
Oh,
pretty
Yeah, client came back and they were like, "Oh, well, time to win." And then Chengdu decided to have a grudge match, and they.
But yeah, we're talking about other games
Anyway,
right now. We should. How
Focus
about you sign off the stream for us, Hedwig?
All right, thank you so much for watching, everyone. Once again, I have been Hedwig, joined by the lovely Dividing by Zero and our lovely streamer who you cannot hear at all, Acri, but
They
has
can
been
hear me right
speaking-
now. Go watch the other match, which I've dubbed Triple Cap.
Go watch the other match. Thank you so much, and peace nut.